there, it's Baz from GotAUkulele with another instrument review. Not done one for a little while, but I've got instruments backing up now, waiting to be reviewed. So keep an eye on GotAUkulele.com to have a look at those. I'm delighted to have a look at this one, which I saw appear a bit earlier this year, but not seen one in the flesh. I was at the Grand Northern Ukulele Festival earlier this year, and in the marketplace area of that cracking event was a stall manned by Mr. Matt Cohen of Noah Ukuleles, who I've met before and reviewed some of his instruments before. And I'm delighted he let me have a look at this one and sent me away with it to give him a review. This is the Campanella model by Noah. What Noah did here was to collaborate with a ukulele player whose videos I enjoy very much, Tim Morrison, to work on a design for Matt to get made. It's a concert scale body, but with a tenor neck, giving more breath on the fingerboard for notes, for Campanella style playing, which is finger picking. I like that idea. Now, no ukuleles are made in the Far East, in Vietnam to be precise, but what I like about them is that Matt doesn't try to hide that. In fact, Matt used to live over there and built up trust and friendship with a luthier in Vietnam to make his ukuleles to his spec. Some of the big brand ukuleles who have their instruments made in the Far East don't tend to be quite so open about where they're made. And if you have a look at the reviews of previous Noah ukes I've looked at, I think they're pretty good. So I wouldn't worry about where they're made at all. The Campanella concert scale body, all made of solid wood. This is a nice evenly striped and grained solid spruce top with a solid mahogany back and sides, quite an orangey mahogany. The back and sides made of two pieces, nicely matched here with the join. Slight arch to the back, very slight, but I'll come on to that a bit later. And really nicely made, finished in a sort of soft satin, very tactile instrument to hold. Feels good. The thing that really stands out for you though will be this bridge, which is a pin bridge. You don't see a lot of these on ukuleles. Basically a design taken from the acoustic guitar. It's a rosewood mount, really nicely finished and shaped, beautiful thing. And the strings that are knotted and held in place by these plastic bridge pins with little pearloid inlays in them. Looks great, I think. They pass over what I think is a bone saddle, and I like this. I like this a lot. Nice bit of sound hole purfling inlay around the sound hole there, and this kind of striking creamy black and white black stripe edge binding on the top and on the back. Sets it off really well. I think it's a nice looking instrument. Up to the neck, as I say, tenor scale, mahogany neck. We've got a joint at the heel, no other joints that I can see, and it's nicely finished. Got a nice profile, smooth, nice to hold. It's capped with a quite evenly coloured rosewood fingerboard. We've got 14 nickel silver frets, quite chunky, but nicely finished on the edges, very nicely finished, and 18 in total to the body, which you wouldn't ordinarily get on a concert scale instrument. And we've got fret markers at 3, 5, 7, 10 and 12, and they are repeated on the side, which is good news. I find them a little bit big on the face. These are pearloid inlays. They look like guitar fret markers to me on a small instrument. I think they could be a little bit smaller, but that's personal choice. And then past the nut, which is nicely set up, the Noah shaped headstock, complete with 4 sealed but unbranded geared tuners that work really well. While I've got that on the camera though, you can see a little bit of finish flaw here, and I would say that about the instrument. There's a few of them. Sounds like I'm being picky to the maker, but I suppose this is a mark of an instrument that's being made by a real guy in a factory as opposed to a robotic production line. It doesn't change the way the instrument plays, of course, but it would be wrong of me to ignore it on a review. That said, for £229, which is what this retails at, I have seen far, far worse. I've seen gaps in neck pockets and misplaced frets, rough fret edges, loose tuners. This has none of those. These are just minor-ish finished flaws that I think I should tell you about. And that's it. 229 concert scale tenor neck. Nice thing. I think it looks striking. I do like it. How does it play? Well, it feels a little bit heavy. I'll come on to why I think why, and how that affects the tone. If I can get a shot here, I think that top is quite thick. the solid wood. Can you see here? There's quite a bit of wood in that, and I can feel that in the weight for what is a small instrument. I think thick tops on ukuleles, I think can affect projection and tone, and that coupled with not much of an arched back, I think it does affect the volume of it. I think it sounds nice. I think it sounds very sweet, nice clarity amongst the strings. But I think it loses it when you strum it. It doesn't project that loud. Picking is nicer. Just sorry, Matt, it doesn't sing to me. I've played much louder concerts. I've played much louder sopranos, and I wonder whether that top thickness is doing that, deadening it a little bit. Perfectly acceptable tone that I think people will love, but I think I just want a bit more volume. Volume isn't everything, of course. I'd rather an instrument that had cracking tone over volume, but this I think is quite quiet. Don't know. I think if you're playing it in a club amongst a lot of other instruments, I'm not sure you'll feel yourself being heard a great deal. My nails are shot to bits because I've not been playing much uke lately, so that probably isn't helping. But I know a lot of players, particularly beginners, don't have the nails either. I'd still urge you to look at Noah ukes because I like what they stand for and I like what they make. This one though, I think you probably want to play it before you buy it. You may love it. I still do like it. I think it looks fantastic. I'm just left wanting a little bit with the volume, but that's just my opinion, so why not take a look. Cheers.